Ankita Tiwari from Energy Institute of Engineering and Technology from IT and Civil Department. I am going to take a session from the subject that is computer vision. The subject code is 31716114. The module that we are going to cover is module number 2. Module number 2 name is image processing. The topic that we are going to cover today in this session is filter. So with respect to filtering process, means filter the image. Many of the types of filtering is been done. So today we'll talk about the linear filtering, what it is. So locally adapting, that is histogram equalization, which we have already learned in the last lecture, which is an example of the neighborhood operator or the local operator, which uses a collection of pixel values. Means whenever the equalization was done, we need to consider it with the pixel intensity values, which is already plotted in the form of graph, and that form is converted in the form of equalization. So which uses a collection of pixel values in the vicinity of a given pixel to determine its final output value. So in addition to performing local tone adjustment, which is also known as neighborhood operators, which can be used to filter the images in order to add soft blur, sharpen details, means sharpening the image, accentuate edges where we are shaping it with respect to the form which is available, or removing the noise which is already there. So now with respect to these of the forms which is already there is also known as filtering part. These are the different filtering process that we are doing it. Now in this section, in today's section, we will look at the linear filtering operators which are used, which involve weighted combination. This with respect to weight we are changing the pixel values with the small neighborhoods pixels which is already present. So with respect to that, the most commonly used type of neighborhood operator is a linear filter. Means linearly in a line fashion it goes, in which an output of the pixel values is determined as a weight sum of input pixel values. So now with respect to that, the most preferred one is the neighborhood operator that we are going to use of a linear filter. Okay, here the example with the equation is given, that is G, that is means the equation, the form, the function that we are applying with respect to I and J, that is rows and columns form. Sigma means summation k comma L, which is already defined, where which is defined with the function which is already there, as f of I plus k comma j plus L into H, histogram equalization with the k and L. So the entries in the weight kernel or the mask, that is H of k of L, are often called the filter coefficients. So here now it is defined with the filter coefficients as H of k and L. Okay. Now the above correlation operator, which can be more compactly, which is being noted as G is equals to F. See, one function is derived with the F value, that is I plus k comma j plus L, and another function that is H with k comma L. Okay, so G is equals to F with the combination with the H. Okay, XOR, the symbol is written, but it is a combination with H. So common variant of this formula is defined with G of I comma j, which is summation with each and every property with KL, F of I minus K. Okay, one more notation which is added, comma j minus L. Okay, which is defined with H of K and L, which is a coefficient which is fixed, which is defined with sigma of F of K comma L, and H of I minus k comma j minus L. So these are the different variants where we are using a common variant in this formula as this. Now linear filtering, where we can say where the signs of the offsets in the F have been reversed. This is called the convolution, that is operator. So G is equals to F star H, function F with historic function H. So and H is also called the impulse, that is response function. Now the reason for this name is that the kernel function, that is H, convolve with an impulse signal, that is delta of I comma j, an image that is 0 everywhere except that the origin reproduces itself. It is reproducing itself. So where H star delta is equals to H, whereas the correlation produces the value, that is H. Now in fact the equation can be interpreted as the superposition, that is addition of shifted impulse response functions, that is H of I minus k comma H j minus 1, which is a predefined pixel position, which is being multiplied by the input, that is pixel values f of k n. Now convolution has an addition nice properties where we can take cumulative and associative. Cumulative means adding the same value resulting in positioning. If we are changing it, that is a plus b is equals to b plus x, same thing. Associative means a plus b plus c. in bracket will be the same as A plus B plus C, as well as the Fourier transform of the two convolved, that is images, is the product of their individual Fourier transforms. Fourier series, Fourier transformation we will be doing in the next lecture in detail. Okay, so both correlation and the correlation are linear shift invariant, that is LSI operators, which obey both the superposition principle. Both the principles which is defined with the correlation and the convolation in the form of linear filtering itself. So the function used to define this correlation and convolation is defined as H0, that is bracket, in bracket we have to write it out as the two of the functions which is obeying the superposition principle, that is f0 plus f1, which is equals to h0 f0 plus h0 f1. If we are just solving this equation in terms of mathematics normally, so we will get equation like h0 f0 plus h0 f1. So these are the two of the things that we need to keep in mind. And the shift invariance principle that we have, that is G of I comma j, means rows and columns, is equal to f of I plus k comma j plus l, which is already defined in the first one, which is being same as, means it is having the same thing as h of 0, means h is 0, no, it is a symbolic form. We can say it's a symbolic form of h with comparative with the g in bracket I and j, I comma j means superimposed on I and j, which is also written as h o f. O means it's a symbolic notation, it's not o, it's a symbolic notation of functioning with respect to I plus k comma j plus l. Now, whenever we are superimposed with the two of the formulas, which means that shifting a signal which can compute with applying the operator, that is here the symbolic notation stands for LSI operator. Okay, I already showed this is not zero, it's a symbol which stands for LSI operator, it's an operator. Another way to think of shift invariance, we can say it is the operator that behaves the same everywhere. Okay, so this is what linear filtering with respect to formula is. And here f of xy, suppose I am taking it, okay, I have taken an example where each and every value is having superimposed, it is already defined. Now with respect to f of xy, means pixel value, I am multiplying it h comma h star f star h, so h xy pixel value which has been taken 0.1, 0.1, 0.1, 0.1, 0.2, 0.1 and 0.1, 0.1, 0.1. Now which I am superimposing on the function, means I am multiplying with the f of xy. How we will get, means we will get the answer as g of xy. So g of xy will be superimposed, means multiplied with each and every term that is which is given with f x and y, and we will get the answer as g of xy. And here I have taken just an example of some values and I have shown you the example in the form of function, that is f, h and g. Okay, so now the neighborhood filtering, we can say it's an important question as well. What is neighborhood filtering? We can say convolution. The image on the left is convolved with the filter in the middle to yield the image on the right. So the light blue pixels, which I am showing you here in the first image, as you can, light blue pixels indicate the source neighborhood for the light green destination, as you can see in the third image. Light green destination pixel. So this is the source image which is been showing as a light blue in the first image, that is f of xy, and the g of xy, as you can see the green part, okay, green pixel. So one pixel, how it is converted to from the group of pixels, this is how it is being shown with the blue and with the green. So this is what neighborhood filtering is. These many set is converted into one pixel which is shown here with respect to the neighborhood filtering process, which is known as convolution. Okay, now with respect to that we need to understand filtering is. Now this is what the filtering is with respect to pixel. Okay, where the group of pixel is being converted with a particular pixel being transformed. Okay, now here the original image, as you can see, we can have the original image. Okay, now blurred image, if I am changing it, means filtering it, as you can see the blurred image. Okay, after that one more filtering process that we have, sharpening it. Sharpening involves the image to be sharpened at a particular distance. Okay, in a particular distance means in a particular shape form. Okay, sharpened with each and every image which is being shown in the foreground, in the background, sharpened with the quality of the image. Smooth with edge preserving filter. Okay, smooth with the edge preserving filter. With respect to the filtering process, it has been smoothed. Now binary image, as you can see here, then we have dilated, that is binary image, binary image has been zoomed it, so dilated. Then we have distance transformation, means with respect to distance we are doing it. And then we have connected components, which has been connected with a variety of different colors. Okay, as you can see here. Now, with respect to this different filtering process, we need to understand one predefined formula which is derived with the equation. So here, as you can see, we are having rows and columns, okay, where each and every image is being defined with this formula. So here I am taken f of xy, just taken an example with some values, 72, 88, okay, that is 62, 52. Then we have 37, which has been taken in the matrix form, which has been multiplied with the heuristic, that is h, composite equation coefficient, which is defined with 1 by 4, 1 by 2 and 1 by 4. Okay, now multiplication is done with respect to values, and we will get the proportion as proportionate as 1 by 4 we have taken out, and we have defined that in the form of matrix with every values inside it with respect to the f of function, which is defined in the form of matrices, which has been multiplied. So this is what the equation is now. So one dimensional signal, which is convolution, as a sparse, that is matrix vector multiplication, which is defined G is equals to HF, which is defined with the formula. Okay, I have taken an example. Occasionally a shift variant, which is a version of correlation or a convolution, may be used. As for example, here we can say that G of I comma j, that is rows and columns, which is equal to sigma summation of the function I minus k and j minus 1, which has been multiplied with h of k, l, which is also been taken with the form of I and j. So this is the perfect formula in order to find a shift variant version of any of the correlation or convolution which can be used. So whenever we are defining with the linear filtering, where we can define as where h is defined like k comma l, which is defined with I comma j, is the convolution kernel at the pixel, that is I comma j. For example, such as a specially varying kernel can be used to model, that is blur any image due to a variable depth dependent defocus. So with respect to that, here the linear filtering is totally dependent on the two of the values, that is k comma l first and I comma j, the two of the values. So two values are dependent on the edge, and this is being used in order to vary the kernel, which is being used to model the blur of any of the image due to variable depth dependent defocuses. Now the correlation, because here in convolution both can be written as a matrix vector, which is a multiply if we first convert the two-dimensional images, that is f of I comma j and g of I comma j, into a raster ordered vectors, that is f and g. So with respect to that, we are having the formula, that is G is equals to HF. Now this is the very important formula that we have to remember each and every time whenever we are talking about the linear filtering process. So here H is the coefficient, F is the function which is defined with the I and J, K and K value. So with respect to that, here of the two of the processes and the two of the equations, that is H and F, we need to understand the difference of the correlation and the convolution, which can be also written as a matrix vector multiplication. Okay, which will be converted into the two-dimensional images, that is two of the form f of ij and g of ij into a rastered order, that is f and g. So where we can say that where H matrix contains the convolution kernels, which are already been shown in the figure, last figure that we have already seen with an example of H and J, which is multiplied, F and H which is multiplied, and which is derived in the form of G. So here from that only we got the equation as G is equals to HF. And we have also defined one dimensional. Why we have taken one dimensional? Because here I have shown you with an example of one dimensional convolution. It is already represented in the form of one dimensional as an example. So here we are taking an example of one dimensional convolution, and we can also represent that in two dimensional convolution as well. Here example is taken, so we have taken one dimensional convolution, which is defined by the formula, that is G is equals to HF. And we need to keep in mind this, that is G is equals to FF. HF is the form of linear filtering whenever we are talking about the filtering part. Now whenever we are going to start with this linear filtering, we always have to remember that is G is equals to H and H dot F, where H is the function, coefficient function, and F is the function with respect to rows and columns. So this is what we have done with the respect to the linear filtering process. Next topic we are going to cover with the filtering only, but with some properties. Thank you.